We got 7 people waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found him. We found him. And just when you thought, you know what? Maybe I was going to take the night off. Maybe I was going to do something else. Not so fast, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about here, especially when it comes to this man who, what a 2026. I mean, if you want to talk about New Year's resolutions, more championship gold, a haircut that's brought him to be a prince of chaos. And boy, did he do that. We're going to talk about that when it comes to the curse and the cure. We're going to talk about maybe where you'll see him next. We'll even talk about a guy that's last name McMoney. Did I just bring up his name? Did I do that? Am I supposed to bring his name up or not supposed to bring his name up? I'm going to ask this guy about it because he was in the ring with him 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we'll bring that up. We'll also talk about what on earth is going on with the collective. We'll also talk about this guy named Tafua. Tafua! You know how to say it. We're also going to talk about the guy that I brought up, my first live show of this year, who apparently calls himself The Blaze, first name Ace, last name Christian. Yeah, we'll bring that up. We'll also talk about maybe some places we'll see him next and maybe some other places that maybe you in this chat will suggest this man. Now, he's got what he wanted here tonight. I'm going to remind you of that when his last appearance was here on Sportswire Radio, but I must give him, well, let's just say, spoiler alert, that quadruple championship-like introduction here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that he collectively helped build. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show off here in style on Sportswire Radio. So, with that, without further ado here on the Sports Report, number one Gamble Sports Show, the man that has not one, not two, not three, but 4 championships. You can most certainly collectively call him a quadruple champion. He is the reigning, defending JICW Cruiserweight champion. He is one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions. He is also the reigning, defending USWA Keystone State Champion, and now one half of the reigning, defending Mon Valley Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. His name is simply put, the Prince of Chaos. The quadruple champ is here, my friend. How are we doing?
You know what, Tom? Any other time you'd ask me, I'd probably be a little bit down, but today is my day. Every day is my day, Tom. Look at it, Tom. Look at it, Tom. Isn't she beautiful? By God, Tom, she's beautiful. Listen. I'm a weirdo. I may have a little bit of autism, but hear me out. So look, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
You see how my USWA Keystone State Championship is gold?
Yeah, I see it.
So this is Goldilocks. And now this, you see how this one's gold?
Yeah, I do.
This one is Goldilocks Jr. All right, hear me out, Tom. Wait a minute. I ain't done. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got too many. I'm trying to find them. This one's a little bit busted, so we're going to...
Don't tell the promoters that, by the way.
JICW Cruiserweight Championship.
I see it. Yes.
Silver.
I can see it.
This is Silvertooth, all right? Everybody say hi to Silvertooth. This is probably my most prized possession.
Hello, Silvertooth.
All right. So you see Silvertooth on this. Look at this one. You see how this one's silver?
Absolutely.
This one is Silvertooth Jr. We got two of each, Tom. We're dripped out in gold. We're dripped out in silver. By God, we're the Prince of Chaos. You see the jewelry. You see the haircut. You see the chain. You see the shirt, Tom. We're live on Sportswire broadcast. By God, I'm so happy to be here, Tom. Thank you for bringing me back, brother. I missed you, man.
Hey, thank you for bringing. You're Dave Jamison. I mean, anytime you want to come back, I mean, you're Dave Jamison. You're a collect. Listen. Although I gotta tell you, you have competition because Daniel Tafua was here twice in a week. I mean, Daniel, and on Tuesday's show, he showed up as a question mark. He actually hacked in to the stream on Tuesday and showed up here on Dean Mosley's stream as a question mark. And then just went off. And yes,
hey, I know. Daniel Tafua is known for doing that. If we look back a year ago, this is something Daniel Tafua has been known for, Tom.
I mean, you know what? I should break the news here. Actually, since speaking of Daniel Tafua, he's back on Sportswire. Now, I don't know if he's coming in tonight, but he's got his own spot February 1st. And apparently, he's got so much to say that even the mask is going to want to tune in.
Tom, I have a question.
You can ask me any question you want pertaining to Daniel Tafua or elsewhere.
My apologies. I'm looking at the comments on my TV as they roll in.
Yes, you have many of them. Yes.
My comment, right?
Yes.
May I, since Daniel's not here yet, may I pop in on his live stream February 1st?
You are Dave Jamison. You can do anything you want. You absolutely can pop in on that stream. I mean, listen, you guys are collectively in the same group. If I turn you down, you're going to do a Facebook Live on me. So, of course, I'm kidding.
Tom, I will tell you, since my therapy days, since I've gone through my therapy sessions, I've learned that Facebook Live is not the way to properly go about things.
Oh, the fans love hearing from you, though. No, they would want to hear you. I mean,
I will say we did Facebook Live today. We officially did my first Twitch stream today.
I saw that. We're going to plug your Twitch in a minute. We're going to plug that.
They can find me, right, Tom?
I know. I found you. But I will tell you, I was going to bed because my schedule is always weird. I saw you on Facebook Live, and I asked you, I said, should I watch the Facebook Live? And you said, no, deleted.
Yeah, I deleted it. I was just on there talking to my fans, talking to the people, seeing how everybody's doing. It was early in the morning. I was sipping on my cup of joe. Something that my grandfather taught me very well, waking up in the morning, get your first cup of coffee, everybody stretching out, feeling good for the day. I decided to hop on and talk to my fans, see how everybody was doing. If they didn't see the footage of me winning the MVP Tag Team Championships with none other,
we have that footage. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to show
Tyler Grayson. Shout out Tyler Grayson.
Tyler's here. How you doing, Tyler? This time, Tyler's happy with us.
Tyler!
He's happy with us this time.
Look, we did it.
Well, it's funny.
Famous.
I think he was here when Godric was here last month. He wasn't so happy, but tonight he's happy. So
you better be happy. I got beat up just for us to win these championships. Well, that's a lie. He got beat up too. The Rams decided to destroy him. So I mean, I'm sorry, Grayson. But hey, you listened, all right? Listen, I told you I had a vision. I told you that daydream in my mind was just perfect. It was just there. And I knew this was the perfect opportunity because they weren't expecting us. They had no footage to look at between the two of us. I know, I've been booked on shows with Grayson before. I know what Grayson can do. And I'm praying to any booker out there, if you want to see a banger of the match, I will go out there as one half of the MVP Tag Team Champions, and I will wrestle my tag team partner, one of my many tag team partners, may I add, of Tyler Grayson. Look, Tom, I will tell you, within these last 2 years of me being a worker, I've been able to find a lot of friends. I've been able to find a lot of enemies as well. We talked about McMoney, correct?
You don't have any enemies, no, you don't. You have no.
Well, let's talk about McMoney. let's swerve off the topic and let's just go straight to McMoney.
You know
So,
what? I didn't have that on my bingo card, but let's do that because obviously Michael McMoney, a man that many people on this platform know has been here in the past on many occasions. And he's obviously been a topic, not just in Mon Valley Pro Wrestling, but really in all of independent wrestling. And the week prior, you wrestled him. And obviously we know the footage is out there. And I have to ask you, because again, you were the man that wrestled him the week prior. What is your thoughts on what happened with one Michael McMoney?
So, and this is such a controversial topic because
you wanted it. I actually asked you, Michael, you sure you want to do it? He's like, no, I want to do it. So if you want to
absolutely.
do it, there you go.
Let me take a second. Hold on. This is stressful. All right. So McMoney comes in. And this is like after his hiatus with WVWF because of a situation that happened there.
Yes.
He then goes to KSWA. Lifelong dream, by the way, of McMoney's. He wanted to wrestle so bad for at least a decent promotion in Pittsburgh for the longest. We got to do that at one point in 2024 with Blood Beast promotion of DCW. I got to be in a fatal four-way with him. Pav Novak and Dax Priester.
All men we know very well here.
Right.
All
Everybody
men we know well.
Everybody knows those names.
Yeah, we know.
So it goes down to me and McMoney being the final two. Fast forward just a tad bit. January to March. LAW starts up.
Yep. We know a lot about that company.
Right. McMoney is one of the lead creators and bookers of that company. At that point in time, me and McMoney shared a lot of time together during those LAW days. He was definitely teaching me how West Virginia was ran because I was very new to like the way of West Virginia, and he was a world heavyweight champion for WVWA, WVWE for well over 4 years. So that man has a lot of nostalgia, I would say, within West Virginia at least. And when it came down to Mon Valley, whenever they wanted to start doing their underground, the bookers there were like, hey, we want you and McMoney to be like our first match of the night. We want y'all to set the tone of how this is supposed to be. And mind y'all, this isn't my first time that a company has said, we want you to go out there, be the first match of the night. Because we look at LAW, right? First match of LAW's comeback was me versus La El Shaddai, currently known as Joshua Kavad, which I recently
retired. Who you wrestled and retired.
Right. So that's all been within a year span of time. So things have been happening just very, very quickly, it seems like. So then we come down to this Sunday, as you see. I was stealing the pose of McMoney there and getting the crowd started. Now taking a nap because he was taking too damn long. He's pissing me off at this point. He did something that he's nearly done for the last probably 10, 15 years of his career, which he puts his opponent on the rope, starts biting their forehead, and of course, he's going to spit the skin of his opponent out. And unfortunately, he caught, and I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was unintentional because, again, I was a fan at this point. I was sitting front row, and at the angle that I was at, it didn't look likely that he spit at her. But again, he definitely caught her within the line of fire. So what happened is somebody known, at least in the Pittsburgh area, as Lacey Mays.
Yeah, I heard the name.
Very, very good photographer. She works with Rise. I think Rise is like one of her big promotions that she does. She was just in the line of fire, unfortunately, and he spit like Lestat's skin, which is one of my collective members. He spit that skin off, and next thing you know, Lacey at the time seemed to be joking. She seemed to be like laughing about the situation because I don't think that she wanted to really feel that disgusted. I think I would have done the same. I think I would have done the same in the situation. And then I see that there's a Facebook post. She goes on her Facebook or Instagram, I think both of her stories, and mentioned something about McMoney, how she had a great night And mind you, this is the main event of the evening. Like Lestat versus McMoney was the main event of the night. So the rest of her night was pretty damn good until we got to this situation. And she made a post. Next thing you know, somebody in Pittsburgh who's also very well known, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he knew who I was. So thank you for knowing who I was. I appreciate y'all. He mentioned the situation. And then there was pictures of McMoney being posted. So as a company, I completely understand on the point of having to release this competitor. No matter what the situation was, no matter, I mean, good Lord, it happens. It's a business. It doesn't matter if you're friends with somebody in the company and that's how you got in there. If you go again, like we're at a church, for God's sake, you're spitting on
I
somebody.
think that's the thing that it's tough for people because MVP, one of the things that I like a lot about MVP, which is something I've always believed in, myself personally in my years doing it, is family friendly.
Absolutely.
And, if he was doing it in a different company, not to say I would have supported or agreed with what he did, but because it's a family-friendly company, a lot of families, a lot of young people,
right. There's a lot of kids there, man.
And you and Tafua in the summer, we remember what you all did, for the church yourself. So you've always, people could say, "Oh, the Facebook Lives about you," but I always defend you because I know deep down you care for the community. You were going out there and helping out in the church, and I think that's why it's a really difficult thing for a lot of people because. Unfortunately, he may have been trying to get some, let's say, some heat, if you want to use that term out there, but it's in an environment where you got to think and you got to think about where you are and who's around you.
This isn't ECW. You can't just go out there and like bite somebody's head, make them bleed, and then spit the blood into the crowd. It's not like that. But like, I get it. There was probably children at ECW because like my dad, whenever ECW was running, he was taking his little brother to those events. So like, I know for a fact that there was kids there. And at that time, you knew what ECW was about. If you're going to ECW, what are you expecting? Extreme Championship Wrestling, correct? So that's what you were getting. At Mon Valley Pro, it is family-friendly oriented, which I really do appreciate. I love having the kids there. Having kids at wrestling events being the next, like, I was that kid. So it makes me happy to see children there because I was in their shoes. I know what they're experiencing. I know what they're seeing. And so being able to be that kid at one point and translating it to now, it really helps me connect with the crowd, man. Like today, I wanted to do some footage study. I wanted to do some tape study. And I decided to fall down the rabbit hole of podcast. And I stumbled across a podcast I think Lee Moriarty did about 4 years ago. With a guy named Sam, and
Sam.
I can't like the guy Sam. He was a commentator. He was a commentator on WWE before. I just can't think of like.
Oh, Sam Roberts.
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
Little like bald head. Yeah. So he was doing a podcast with Lee right after COVID, and something that Lee said was like, if we look back 10, 15 years ago. And you look at the type of music, we're just going to say music, not even the wrestling. The type of music that was played in WWE or indies, what type of music did you always hear?
And 20 years ago, you heard it was all rock. It was all,
Thank you. There we go. All heavy rock. Now we look at NXT. Let's look at NXT about 3 years ago. What's one of their main songs that they were using? It was a hip hop.
Yep, I'm gonna say
hip hop rap song.
Yeah.
Right. So we look at the way that wrestling has slowly started to change over the last 20 years, the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
And it's meshing for more people in different
backgrounds.
Yeah, different backgrounds to connect with the sport.
Absolutely.
So that's been extremely helpful as well.
Absolutely. It should be. Listen, people, I always say it all the time. I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've spoken with people all over the world, all different backgrounds. Wrestling shouldn't just be for one particular subgenre. It should be for everybody because wrestling, I have said this for so many years, wrestling is the one thing that can bring people, especially together today in 2020, all the division in this world, all the hate, really for nothing. And that's why wrestling is the one thing where people can forget about that for a few. That's why we support companies like Mon Valley and many of the other companies you wrestle in currently, and maybe one in West Virginia you have wrestled in because of
Right.
those reasons. And that's why I was saddened to hear about what happened with McMoney, because he had been on here in the past, and he has a great mind, but you can't do some of those things because of you have to think about your environment. And there's an
Right.
old adage, speaking of hip hop, there was an old group, Third Base, and one of their big songs was product of your environment. And unfortunately for Mr. McMoney, that's what you have to think about. Who are you in and what your environment is?
Right. It happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
it happens.
That's why I was in contact with him shortly after. He reached out. He was like, "Kid, it happened," and I was like, "Listen, bro, like, don't take it personal. It's business. Like, that's." And I'm sure eventually down the road, give it a year or so, maybe even 6 months, this is gonna completely go past everybody's heads. Everybody's gonna forget about it, and they may or may not be able to bring him back. He may or may not be able to use this situation to his advantage. So we just have to see the way that things play out, and if
Yeah, I think, look, I couldn't speak on behalf of companies that would employ Mr. McMoney or not. I think that's a decision for a company to decide if that's something they want to go for. As for his future, I wouldn't be able to comment on that because I don't know what his situation is, and it's just one of those things that, unfortunately, you just have to know better. And I think I know that there was something else out there with Mr. McMoney, and that's another thing. So people look at it and saying, well, this is the second thing that's happened. So it's
that's
kind
like 2 strikes right there, back to back within the last 8 months. So, I mean,
yeah,
I can understand the position that a company may or may not be in whenever it comes down to a situation like this. I don't blame the company.
Do you think that he should apologize?
We'll put this off the record. I did personally text him and tell him to apologize, and he thought that it would be best for him not to.
Well, I mean,
Kayfabe, baby, keeping kayfabe alive.
I understand
Kayfabe
that,
alive.
but you got to think of the environment that you're
Personally,
Yeah,
you could have at least personally reached out. Hey, I apologize. Let's keep this between me and you. I'm trying to keep my character alive. May I use this for my character?
Yeah, that makes sense. I look, I don't want to put words in people's mouths. I just know from a vantage point, you have to think about where you are. And, I wouldn't be able to comment or speculate on Mr. McMoney and what he decides to do with it. But I do think that, it would be good for everybody if he just said, hey, look, I'm sorry. I apologize. It was what it was. And I apologize to, Lacey, and I, wish I could have did better. And I mean,
I believe that he was supposed to do that the day that MVP posted on their YouTube.
I saw the YouTube statement. I saw it 2 days ago.
He was supposed to be doing a Facebook Live to talk about his side of the story, and he unfortunately did not. So for me, that automatically makes me believe that, well, one, you were in the wrong and you don't want to take heat for it, even though that's really what you wanted. And two, you're not a man of your word. And I trusted that man for him to be solemn on his word, and I can't do anything for him.
No, look, you know what? I mean, look, it's one of those things. I obviously think that Mon Valley made a decision that was absolutely in the best interest of their company.
Hey, look, I will put this out there for everybody here now. I firmly stand with their decision. I feel like they made the right call.
They had to do that because I think that you can't. It's 2026. You can't do that. I mean, listen, whether you like somebody
in the lightest terms, people were sensitive. In the lightest terms, people were sensitive.
Well, I even go back in the NBA years ago. There was a famous thing where Dennis Rodman had kicked a cameraman, and he had the moment got the best of him, and the league suspended him right away. And there were people at that moment wanted him to have done worse. There was an incident years ago in Major League Baseball. Roberto Alomar had spit in an umpire, John
Yep.
Hurstbeck's face. And, a lot of people thought, well, he got away scot-free. And I think ultimately for MVP being a family-friendly company, those actions are not acceptable because ultimately they have a responsibility to their fans, but also to protect their company. Now, regardless of whether you like Mr. McMoney or not, at the end of the day, you can't do this, especially in a church. We think about church, and to
Yeah.
me, being in a church is one of the sacrilegious things. Figuratively, you think about the positives. You think about, I'm going to break the fourth wall for a minute in a lightest way as I can. In being in the home of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ,
Amen.
and to do something like that, that's where I think fundamentally it's like if I go into a church and I start cursing, it's the same thing. Like a lot of people, I always let people curse on Sportswire type, but I personally don't. Anybody can go and they've seen the tape because I believe personally that I have a responsibility to be someone that you can hold accountable. And I would hope that eventually that Mr. McMoney would think about that and apologize because I think it puts Mon Valley, it puts the wrestlers, it puts the fans and everybody else in a very difficult position. And I think that would be the best thing for everybody. I couldn't speculate on his future. I couldn't speculate on what he will do. That's a question that he'll have to decide. Obviously, Mon Valley has made the decision, and it's the right decision for their fans. It's the right decision for the wrestlers.
I was
And
gonna
it's also
say,
for the
yeah,
well-being of the company.
it's the right decision, at least for us workers, because we were getting bashed on YouTube for being a part of a company that we were allowing that type of situation to go on. Um,
Yeah.
and I even made a little comment like I that's not fair to us because we all went out there and put on and performed way
You
before
guys
this
put your
incident.
blood, sweat, and tears out there. No,
Right,
all of you in
right.
Mon Valley, and we love all our wrestlers that come out here on Sportswire. And we have a lot of friends in Mon Valley. You mentioned the Banana Man. Obviously, I see Mr. Lovelace is here. Max Hammer. I mean, there's a lot of people in Mon Valley. Godrick's here in the chat. He wrestles in Mon Valley. I see. Yes, Wyatt Black has said he'd like to be. There's a lot of people that like wrestling in Mon Valley that we've had on this platform. Tyler Grayson, we've spoke about him, your tag team partner, and it just puts everybody in a difficult position, whether it was keeping the character alive or whatever it is. I just think that you have to think. It reminds me of when I was a kid and when I was playing basketball in the church. And never forget this. And I
Yeah,
spit
me
on the
too,
floor.
brother.
I
Me too,
spit on
brother.
the floor. No, and I spit. Now I was 9, but I spit on the floor, and I didn't know because I was mad at the referee on something. And I never forget. When I was growing up in Brooklyn, my mother, who I know is not listening to this, but she scolded me. I don't want to say exactly what she did afterwards, but she was very disappointed because of doing that in the church's gym. So
Yep.
I could only imagine if I was, 20, 30 years old or whatever the age of Mr. McMoney and did something similar. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that it's why it's one of those things that you got to know better. You got to know your audience. And, Mon Valley made the decision, and I think it's for the best interest for the company and the fans and you, and you're a champion there as well, and a lot of people. And, look, it is what it is. I hope for the best. I certainly love Mon Valley, and I hope whatever comes of it, that the company continues to be a strong company. But also, I think the most important thing is that the company needs to be a responsible company where wrestlers and the fans can know that they're safe here and that they don't have to worry about those things, especially what's going on in this world right now. We know the tensions, the racism, people getting killed, all these different things, whether you agree or not on these different sides. You got to come and be in the wrestling world to move away from those things. And I think for the interest of the company, it needs to be that responsible company and that responsible, because they are a name. You're in the public. Listen, I've been in Parade magazine. I was in Parade magazine 2 weeks ago. You think I could go out and spit on somebody or say a bunch of things about somebody? I mean, there's people that say things about me outside the platform, but at this point, you have to look at it and be a responsible individual and responsible company. And I think Mon Valley has to do that. And I know a lot of people want to talk about this, and I
Yeah, I
didn't
was
have
gonna say
time to
if
play.
we could we pin Courtney's comment real quick?
I'm gonna get to Courtney because I know she has a lot to say. And by the way,
Yeah,
before you do
because
that, cheap plug, give Day a sub on his YouTube channel because I see,
please, yes,
I think I got
please.
more people here on my live stream than I've had in a while. So they're here for probably because of what you said. Here we go. I completely understand about the church, but let's not overlook what happened to Lacey. She is not a wrestler. She's not a worker. She did not consent to that. She was assaulted. She could, no, absolutely. Listen, listen, I don't condone it, and I think that absolutely you just can't spit on people,
No,
and
no,
it's a major red flag. Yeah.
You can't do that, man. I mean, especially in the times that we're living, especially whenever we talk about COVID, especially whenever we talk about flu season. My God,
Yeah.
I mean, some of us have very weak immune systems, and something like that could kill somebody. So we have to
Yeah.
really keep that in mind. It's just like a peanut allergy. Whenever you do something so little and something so slight, that could end somebody's life. So
Yeah.
we just have to be a little bit smarter about things. I don't agree with the actions. I stand with MVP, like I said. I think they made the right decision, but I think we spent enough time talking about this. Well,
I know. I
let's move
gotta
on
get
to
to the chat, but
something
the
a
chat
different
wants to talk
subject.
about it. I know.
All
Well,
right,
you
hey,
wanted to
if the
open up
chat
with
wants
it.
to talk about it, if they have questions, if they want me to answer some of their questions,
Well, I gotta read them. I gotta read off these comments because I want to give
go
you
for
things.
it.
And I want to talk about the tag title win. He's definitely not a man of his word. He learned that the very hard way. Also,
Unfortunately.
I want to give a big shout out to my friend who really probably wants to interview you, Mr. Rick Del Santo. He is also Courtney Wood's a very good friend from the Pro Wrestling Wire, and Mr. Del Santo himself also, by the way, works in the state of Connecticut. He actually does play-by-play. He does some work with Pure Vanguard Wrestling out of the PAPW Arena. He's done some work out of there in Connecticut. He will be at a show I'm sponsoring for the Boys and Girls Club. And Mr. Del Santo has a YouTube channel, which I'm going to give him a big plug because he just definitely deserves that because now he's going to be very, very intrigued about Day Jamison. And you got to find him and go put him on your podcast. So you don't want me. You want Day Jamison. He's got 4 championship belts. But thank you, Mr. Del Santo, for your support. And also, we'll get him on, I'm sure, soon. Let me run to some other quick comments. Also, Wyatt Black wants to point out he never got his apology. That was almost a year ago. So that's
Wyatt Black, you don't deserve an apology. You piece of beep.
Yeah, I know that. And also Courtney said you and me both, Wyatt Black, he's a coward. Also,
hey, look, let's not take personal feelings into business. All right.
Are you kidding me? He's using you to cover up his unacceptable behavior. I'm disappointed. This was earlier. He should have handled this himself. Yeah, I think ultimately, from a PR standpoint, I would have probably apologized. Thank you, Dakota, for being here. She wanted to say hi to you.
Whoa. Why
That's
wait a minute. Why are you disappointed in me? Whoa.
And not only did he spit at her, but he spit skin at her. I feel like that makes it worse.
Wait. Whoa. Rewind. 10 seconds.
Okay.
Courtney, why are you disappointed in me? What did I do? There was nothing I physically could do in a situation. I let management know as soon as I saw that there was a post published. I immediately sent it over to management. As soon as there was a YouTube video about it, I immediately sent it over to management. There was nothing more that I physically could do, like as a worker, as a fan even, to make the situation any better. That's not my drama to deal with. I'm not here for drama. I left a business in McKeesport for the same goddamn fact that there was drama. I'm not here for drama.
Well, the McKeesport thing was one. I mean, that was one drama. This is another drama. At least with this drama, it's really to one particular incident. Whereas with what happened there, I mean, let's not even start that. Thank you, Il Drago, who will be back on here next week. And yeah, you knew he would be here. Let me run through some comments. Andrew Love, we're going to talk about the tag title match.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Zella, for being here. Also, Zilla's here. And she's thank you to the Rare Bird, Chris Phoenix.
Rare Bird, my guy.
They're here 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from Friday. And shut up, Andrew Peter Pan Loveless.
Beautiful, I love it.
Listen, Max Hammer's got the best abs though in the sport. Did you see that?
No. Screw that. Tyler Gracie got the best abs in the business.
We're gonna get to Tyler. Jennifer, who was there in the audience, wanted to say though, keep those kind of words.
Jen, I'm tired of these sweet comments. Why do you keep doing this to me? Listen. This is my first very championship I've ever won in my whole entire career. March 9th of 2024. You know what the date is today? I don't even know. Probably January 14th or 15th of
15th, 15th,
2026. We're
15th.
here. All right.
Yeah, but
Dave
we're here.
Jamison has almost been a champion for one whole year. What makes you think that I'm going to let Goldilocks Jr. slip out of my fingers any easier than I've let Goldilocks Sr.?
Well, I'll tell you what. You just got one sub on YouTube. You got 20 people on the live stream because you definitely said a lot tonight so far. And hit the sub button for Dave Jamison and give him some more subs. And we'll plug his Twitch in a little while. Thank you, Dakota. Also, one of my buddies, the Heartless Sheriff, Mr. Colton, who's waiting for us to talk about Ace Christian, his comrade out there, wanted to say that is some good-looking gold on that shoulder. Yes, it absolutely is. And speaking of people, by the way, that are going to be here next Monday night, the one and only D.B. Rivera. We have the champ Dar here. We are talking about other people day. Stay out the way, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, look, I'm out the way, man. I'm out the drama, DB. You got to worry about it. But
and no need to revisit the old days. Yes, thank you,
look,
God.
we gotta
We're
gonna
talk about Jay and Tyler. We're gonna do that. Just once we're through comments, both of you are missing the point. You're talking about churches and COVID. It's about Lacey.
Yes. Courtney. And that was a subject that I don't need to keep on going over due to the fact that she got a personal apology due to management, and that's none of my business. My business is when it comes down to the people, which Lacey, for all means, is one of the people. I personally reached out to her multiple times. I made sure everything was okay. Again, like I said, I let management know multiple times every time I saw the situation arise.
Mm-hmm.
You can be disappointed in me, but you have no reason to be disappointed in me. And the fact that you're disappointed in me makes me feel some type of way because I did absolutely nothing wrong. I supported somebody who was a friend in the business when I could have tucked my tail and went around the corner and not even worried about the situation. But here I am. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from this topic. I can see it's already getting heated. You know,
I don't understand. I don't understand what more I could have possibly. I'm a person. I am none other than
people are entitled to give. Look, I mean, it's listen. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think what it comes down to is that the incident should not have happened.
No,
and the Mr. McMoney should not have done what he had done. I think that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, that's where the lie on the blame should go on the shoulders of Mr. McMoney, because ultimately there was an incident and it happened, and you could say whatever you want about it. It's over with. The past is done. That's it. We cannot change the past. The only thing we can do is learn from this incident. I think the best way to learn from this incident is, if you are a wrestler, anybody else out there, just not to do that. I mean, there's just ways to do things, and there are ways not to do things. And I think that that's the best thing that anybody can do going forward is that, listen, don't do it. And, also, we miss you at the WWF. We're going to definitely get to the WWF. And
listen, we'll get there eventually.
I'm going to get there. And yes, Day is not the one that spit. So, no, I think people are mad because, well, it's a hot button topic. It's one of those,
unfortunately, it's fresh off the press. Everybody in the public is now seeing it. It's coming to the public eye. And it's something that I felt like we had a touch topic on because I felt like it was the right thing to do. We could have. Tom gave me the option to talk about it.
I actually asked, it's funny for the audience. I asked you, and my inclination was that I didn't want to talk about it because I felt that I wanted to talk about you winning the tag team championship. It's already out there, but you felt that it was something you wanted to talk about. You're one half of the tag team champions, and that's just the reality of it. So I mean, ultimately, that's just it's what it is, and there is just nothing else that anybody can say. You said what you wanted to say about it, and ultimately, look, I mean, we're going to talk about some other things, and I mean, there can't be another way. And also, Courtney wants to say that she does love and respect you. So I mean,
it's the same back. I just don't want you disappointed. I tried my best.
No, she's not. But she feels like a lot of people feel that they're upset at the situation because it shouldn't have happened. At the end of the day, this situation should not have happened because all you had to do is not do it. I mean, just as simple as that. There's so many ways that you can do something in the ring to get over or get to the way you want. I get WWE, XWE guys here all the time on here. And I always ask them, what advice could you give? I get, all these famous guys in the music industry. And I ask, what advice? But, apparently there's somebody here that wants to talk to you tonight. after everything that you have said. Boy, you want to talk about opening up a Pandora's box, but apparently I have received word that there is somebody that wants to address you after everything, and they may dress you down right now. So for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest thing, what again? No, this is the rerun. That was Tuesday's show. You've been here 3 times. What do you want to take over? You really are hacking into my system. It's the mask. It's the mask. It's Daniel Tafu.
Are you kidding me?
Hi, Day.
What's up,
It's
brother?
the perfect time to have him come in. I gotta be honest. I thought after what I just talked about for 20 minutes, I thought there could be no better way than to have Daniel Tafu here.
Hey, give him a round of applause, everybody. This is Two Belt Top 4 right here. We got the WVWF Hybrid Champion and the USWA Universal Champion. Everybody give it up for King Tafu.
Long time no speak.
What's up, brother, man?
And Tuesday, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
3
see
times
what I
in 9
added to
days.
the
At this point, are we living together on Sportzwire? Maybe we're roommates.
Maybe. Who knows? I'm hacking into the system too much, I guess.
I tell you what, we might be roommates at this point.
I was doing stuff around the house, and the mask said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the mask said something about Day wanting to come on my live.
Yeah, February 1st. We announced
what?
February 1st.
No,
February
dog.
1st.
You gotta be kidding me. You weren't supposed to hear that, man.
Oh,
That's not
everybody
it.
heard you tonight. You had
To be
21
honest,
people at one
it's
point in
the
the live. You were heard tonight.
It's not me, it's him. Just
Mighty Lega. Can you hear me? That was not something for Big Danny Tafui to hear.
it was nothing for me to hear. It was him. But
Damn you.
at the same time, just like this mask tells me a lot, it told me what to do to Phoebe Harper.
I heard and I saw that Godric had to carry her lifeless body out after tsunami. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I have to welcome them to the wasteland.
Ooh.
Also, same with Godric.
He's here on the chat, by the way. He is here saying we have some business to discuss.
I understand that. Hi,
Hey,
Godric.
look, sorry that the poster looks so good. Sorry you missed the action.
Well, Godric, I know we have business to handle. I apologize for what I did to Miss Harper.
No, he doesn't. That's a lie.
The mask apologizes. The mask
Mask
apologizes.
apologizes.
Actually,
Tafua.
Lega don't, because Mighty Lega wanted to actually save her from this demise of her own.
But
I apologize from the deepest and condolence of my heart.
Oh, you are definitely a man that has a lot of heart. I would definitely say that you are a kind and caring and compassionate man.
Daniel, is your mother speaking through you, sir?
No.
This does
No.
not sound like Daniel. This
Well, Valentine's
sounds like
Day is
Mama
less than a
Tafua.
month. Listen, Valentine's Day is 30 days from now. I mean, listen, who knows? It's a thought that counts.
This right here
Yeah.
is wanted to cause the pain to Phoebe Harper.
Ah.
I wanted to help her. I
You did?
told the mask, cause the snowstorm so I don't have to do this. He did.
Yeah, well,
But
you did
then-
warn. You did warn Mr. Sandwell last week. You did warn him about this. To be fair, you did warn him.
I did. Also, let's say, for example, Ampo.
Oh yes, who was certainly
Ampo heard the mask too and told Godric, hey, let me tell you something. Why don't you follow me? Hey, unfortunately, I had to give another tsunami because of the mask. It's the mask.
Daniel, I think you need to go to therapy.
No.
therapy.
No.
Control.
You see how much good it did for me?
That's you. But this mask is power, and you should know.
You know
that.
what? I'm actually disappointed, Mr. Tafur, because we don't have the red background. Usually, you're here in the red.
Unfortunately,
He's
yeah.
calm.
But, hey,
He's at peace.
yeah, I am. I meditated. I'm at peace. And I'm just trying to make peace.
That's what I was trying to say the last 15 minutes about what happened in Pennsylvania. But apparently you, Mr. Fluid, now have taken to Buddhism as a religion. I mean, there are some people that have one religion to go to, but you have now become Buddhist. Who knew you and Richard Gere have something in common? But I mean, obviously you've said what you've said, and you're going to be here on February 1st. And Mr. Jamison's going to be coming on. He's taking the initiative to invite himself. Usually you're interrupting everybody else, but he came out here tonight, and boy, what a conversation we've had with him so far. But he basically said, look, I'm coming here February 1st, and nothing you can do about it.
That's fine with me, because
you want to come interrupt me? You want to come interrupt me? Now you get the same treatment.
You're my tag team partner.
Oh, OG baby. OG baby, all the way back. Trust me, man.
But to be honest, from what I did to Phoebe is my deepest apology.
I'm not sorry that he did that to Phoebe Harper.
Wait. You're not sorry about that? What do you mean?
I'm not sorry. Look, I wish you would have done more to her.
No, that was senseless.
Yeah.
Courtney's going to be really disappointed in you. Courtney now is going to be very mad at you because Courtney, she was the president of the Phoebe Harper fan club. They can't hold fan club meetings anymore.
You know who Courtney was a fan of before Phoebe even got her little hop, skip, and a jump into professional wrestling?
You tell me.
Day Jamison.
I knew that, but I was waiting. I wanted you to say it because now Courtney is going to be even more upset at you tonight.
Good. I hope so, because Day Jamison has been the one running around the last 2 years that's been unstoppable. How many championships has Phoebe? I'm gonna be nice. Phoebe Harper won.
Well, she did win the women's championship in the WWF.
Right. And how fast did that championship go from out of her hands?
I mean, it's traded hands.
Right. She doesn't have any championships. Now, let's look back to when Day Jamison had his very first title match. Oh, yeah, that's right. Daniel Tafua. That was you. March 9th, 2024?
Unfortunately, it was because I followed whispers, and you asked me.
March 9th, 2025. My apologies. 2025. Was the year that Day Jamison started. Danny, you've seen 1, 2. Oh, wait, you couldn't really see. 2.
I could actually widen the camera so that we could see all the championships. That way.
Unfortunately.
3. Mr. Tafua was going to put the mask back on and come and attack you, Mr. Jamison.
Now, March 9th of 2025 was the day of reckoning. You remember?
I do.
The day of reckoning started after I corrupted you even more than you were. Now, since March 9th, what have you done, Danny? Became a 2-belt champion.
I have.
What has Phoebe Harper done since March 9th of 2025? Lost a title. Won a title. Lost the title. What has Daniel Tafua done in the year of 2025? Won a title, retain the title. Won a title, retain the title. What has Day Jamison done since day one of this career? Brought chaos and championships. I am none other than the definition of the collective.
You are the belt collector, and you did say that you wanted this, and now you have this problem with luggage and getting around the different companies you represent. So I'll give you that. But Mr. Fu, we know what you did. It was one too many times, some would say, off that top rope to Miss Harper. That's why you could make the point. I mean, it was certainly, at least you apologize. I got to give you this. You did apologize. I mean, we talked about the prior.
Hey, you're better than McMoney. You're better than McMoney.
Hey, look, I mean, just not going there. And obviously, Magical Me wants to say nothing tougher in pro wrestling than a Pokemon backdrop.
Yeah.
I know what this is now. Thank you. Yeah, we know what this is.
Fortunately, you got to catch them all.
Well, you have been trying to catch them all, though. You've got 4 championships. So you really are trying to catch all the championships in the companies you represent.
I'm Thanos. I want to get all the Infinity Stones so I can fit them in my Infinity Gauntlet, and boom, guess what? The world's mine.
The world is certainly
Might
yours. It's
have
your
to
backdrop.
the mighty Lego on that one. Unfortunately, the world is his.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Are you laying down a challenge?
No.
Do you know what happened to like? Do you remember the last time that me and you were in the ring together? What happened to you?
Sparks
Do
flew.
you remember how long you had to keep your arm strapped up for? Are you sure you want that again?
It was at least a few weeks.
Unfortunately, but it's not a.
Are you challenging me?
It's not
No.
really a challenge. It's more of an offer.
Oh, it's not very nice of you to make an
offer.
offer.
I never got my rematch for that key.
Oh,
champion.
I see.
You think that you deserved a rematch for the Keystone State after you got beat fair and square 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring?
I did, but what has that championship brought?
What has the championship brought?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have
have
3
you-
for gold.
Have you looked around your surroundings? Like, do I have to do this again?
Well, Mr. Ford does have 2 championships of his own.
Well,
Yeah,
guess what?
that's-
I'm only at 3.
Well, 4. You got 4 now.
There we go. Now I'm on my 4th. Merry Christmas. I got 2 times. You're lucky this belt's breaking on me. I got
No,
2
don't tell the
times.
promoter that.
Well, I already did contact the promoter.
Yeah, we're live.
2 times. 2 times more titles than you, Dan. We've been in the game the same amount of time. Do you remember?
Oh, I did.
Or wait, you've been in the game a tad bit longer than me. Isn't that right, Daniel? What do you have to prove from them extra years of experience? I'll show you what I have.
And there you go. Obviously, there is someone in ring that wants to see you in the ring together.
If that's the case, then Dave versus Tafua.
And Jay has the sweetest super kick in the business. Boy, Dave Jamison, you have a lot of fans today.
Keystone State Championship versus Universal Championship. Winner takes all.
Oh, boy. Oh,
But
boy.
Here's the stipulation to that one. Either the fans can pick that match, or either it can be a last man standing, because you know I don't quit, and I know you sure as hell don't quit.
You trying to go for hours?
I'm trying to show that I can actually last as long as people think.
What's the Wyatt Black message? I don't see the Wyatt Black message. He said that he has a message to share. I don't have.
No one cares. You guys spare it out of your damn Crocs.
Out of your Crocs. Now look, me and Dan might be fighting right now, but listen, we'll jump your ass.
No,
I'm just saying. Sorry, Tom, but we will jump that little dude.
Well, if he re-puts his comment, I'll read his comment because I don't see his comment.
You know what, Tom? It doesn't matter what he commented, because this is the damn Dave Jamison show at the current moment.
Well, Daniel Tafua interrupted it. I mean, he certainly
showed up here.
Nah, we don't want Daniel Tafua to leave.
No, not Daniel. I said Wyatt Black.
Oh no, he can stay. Wyatt Black can stay.
No. His breath stinks.
You said that. Now that's a bit far. That's a bit far there.
There's a comment right there for you.
Oh, really, Danny? No wonder, Danny. They want me to kill you again. Just because the Psycho Killer is no longer here to play doesn't mean the Prince of Chaos won't break your neck whenever he gets in the ring with you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Protect your neck. The neck that you don't have. Yeah.
Danny. Tag team partner.
Danny, you know where I live. If you want to smoke, show up. Backyard wrestling match. We're locking in. I got a trampoline ready to go.
Oh, for our tag team partner, what he said.
Oh, here's his comment. What's it like? 5 titles now? I'm happy for you, man. Can't wait for you to defend one of those titles against me in the future. There's
Wyatt, I've been saying this since you were 17 years old. I've been ready to defend a title against you because you've had a lot to say in the matter of your 1.5 year career. He has pinned you, though,
before in the ring. He has pinned you.
All right. No. Let's talk about this. This is a tag team match, and I got cheated.
Okay.
This is not about this ain't no regular pin. No, this was BS.
Well, he does feel that because of that victory, it gives him an opportunity for a championship shot.
Well, he can take it. He better protect his neck too.
Well, I couldn't speak with you on that, Mr. Tafua. You certainly did some damage to Mr. Black that I think Mr. Black is still recovering from. You remember that?
Unfortunately, he tried to give me a coast to coast, but got speared out of the air.
Well, wave your hands like I just don't care, I guess. It's a different story now. You put me out for a bit. My ankle is torn, but Danny, I swear your family legacy, your mask, your title, everything. Maybe you should invite Wyatt Black. You know what? Wyatt Black has some strong words. Maybe Mr. Tafua, maybe if he's in the neighborhood on February 1st, maybe he should show up and talk to you face to face.
You know what? If he would like to, as long as we don't got a curfew.
No, we don't have curfews here on Sportzwire. We're adults.
Oh, we are, but he is a kid.
No, he's 18 now. He turned 18. So he's allowed. I mean, West Virginia can't be 21. He's 18.
Hence of the word teen.
Well, it smells like Teen Spirit. He's here, but
hey, that's a hell of a song. Shout out Nirvana.
Absolutely. No, we would love to have Dave Grohl on. Don't get me wrong.
I would love to be here for that one.
I'll make sure you're here with the video.
But we'll go Shoot Life for a second, right? So Shoot Life, back whenever I was probably 14, 15.
Yeah.
I went to Ohio to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And played with a live band, and that was a song that I played with Smell Like Teen Spirit.
Hey, listen, I mean, it's a fantastic song. Change the world. But Wyatt Black wants to change the world of Daniel Tafua's and Dave Jamison's.
Dan, he's more worried about you than me, so I think I could take a step back.
And Colton Lee says he's keeping an eye on everything, and these are two opponents he would like to wrestle in the future.
What does Lega have to say?
What does he have to say?
Yeah, what to say?
So, Wyatt Black, your ankle is torn.
Wyatt Black.
So this is how he says it. Your ankle is torn. You can't take anything away but your own spirit. So, get better, and then maybe you can go for another belt opportunity. Now, this one is for the message of Prince of Chaos.
Oh my! Here we go.
He's no longer here anymore.
I see. It's Sin Cara.
Stop.
Anyways, back on track.
This message, that last man standing. If we can find the promoter to book it, we will book it. USWA.
Oh, wait. That brings up something. Danny, February 7th, we're going to Connecticut, aren't we?
Oh, I got a poster for that. That was a great segue.
Oh, February 7th. Your title's on the line in a triple threat match.
You know, it's funny you said that because I actually was going to talk about that, and we certainly have really gone down the rabbit hole. But yeah, I mean, the USWA is partnering with OWR, and you guys are going to be there. And I don't know. Less than 20 days from now, and you're going to be there at the Leadard Middle School, and it's going down, and yeah, you guys are going to be going now to the great state of Connecticut.
So card subject to change, but Daniel, you and Clayton, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
So you and Clayton, plus the 4-time champion Dave Jamison. Do you know my statistics whenever it comes down to championship matches? Oh yeah, that's right. I've never lost.
Oh,
you're not LeBron. I get it.
You know my standards in triple threat matches.
Tell me, Dan.
Haven't lost one yet.
Michael Jordan, I know, I get that. He was 6-0 in the final thing. I think he was 6-0.
It's going to be a fun one.
Oh boy. So
we have 2 undefeated streaks on the line.
And Wyatt Black said he will now come down to Pennsylvania. Well, he said he'll come down.
Black, I will literally take you away from your freaking family. If you come to Pennsylvania, if you come to the Mon Valley, I promise you, you will never, ever, ever make it back to Parkersburg, West Virginia. I promise you.
You know, actually, that's a great, speaking of people that I think you should meet. I know Mr. Tafu is here because, well, he and I are roommates at this point on Sportswire. But there was a guy that I wanted to ask you an opinion of. Speaking of people in West Virginia who've held championship gold and have certainly made their way around these areas, and I know Colton Lee knows him very well, and he had a few things to say about you. This guy who calls himself the Blaze, first name Ace, last name Christian, and that name ring a bell. And speaking of people I might like to see you wrestle, maybe in the state of Pennsylvania or anywhere else, is the Blaze Ace Christian. You ever thought or two on him?
We're just going to put this down here. Ace Christian. I definitely appreciate the kind words that you had to say last time on Sportswire, but let's talk about competition. I just took on a guy known as Hunter Price, who wrestles at Three Legacies Wrestling under none other than Ricardo Rodriguez. And I beat him. Ace, this guy has better experience than me and you. He may not have as many championships as me. He may not have as many championships as you had. But one thing is for certain. I will forever be the Prince of Chaos, whether the Blaze comes into contact with me or not. I will set your world on fire if you step foot in a company near me. Find me, Ace. You won't forget it.
Oh, I'll make sure if he's not here right now that he gets found by you, and I'll make sure that he finds this clip on Instagram. Don't you worry about that. I'll get on that, and I'll certainly let Mr. Christian know about this, and we'll get to the bottom of it. And Mr. Lee wanted to say, don't ever count out Ace Christian Day. I'll issue that only warning on it. That don't count him out. And also, isn't Wyatt a kid? What's he going to do? Get his parents to bring him to PA? He's 18. He can go to Pennsylvania on his own. That's not nice. Listen, Wyatt Black has come a long way. He is the controversy king, and he's retired men in this sport, and he's gone out there and defeated champions. I mean, he can come to Pennsylvania if he wants. What's stopping him? He's 18 now. He said it himself. He can wrestle in anywhere he wants to go now. Is that an hour later, Candy?
This is actually a Swedish fish chewable.
Oh, I see. I see the reference. You're gonna chew out Mr. Black, and you'll spit him out, and he'll never come back. Is that what you're trying to say? Ah, I see. Yeah, I got the reference.
He ain't worth none of my time. This kid, which I love to say because I was the kid, but this kid, by God, he got a lot of cojones. Let's see if he can actually live up to the standard.
Well, he wants to, and he's making it clear. And Mr. Tafua, he was in the ring with him just before, and Mr. Tafua, I would certainly love to see Mr. Black maybe reintroduce himself to you in 2 weeks. Since already Mr. Jamison has invited himself, maybe more people out there that you've had some recent run-ins maybe should invite themselves onto the first. I mean, only it's up to you. I mean, you are obviously Mr. Tafua, very, very busy man, and you don't want people to share the spotlight with you. I know that was a big thing that you and Dean Mosley had, and Mr. Mosley was complaining about his spotlight being taken. I know, Mr. Tafua, you don't want your spotlight being taken. You don't want too many people to be here on the 1st of February, from what I understand.
The more the merrier, because it's more of a say what you want. I'm a fighting champion, and I will defend these championships every time and everywhere.
But you don't come on here solo. You want to have as much time as you want to. You don't want all these people that you've had recent run-ins with. It's one thing, okay, you and they are collective brothers. I got that. But you don't want other people you've recently, been out there and done some things to, that mask has to come in here and take away from your spot. I mean, Dean Mosley was very upset with you there on Tuesday. He felt you were taking away his spotlight.
You know what? That could be Dean Mosley. Dean Mosley is
Dean
Just-
Mosley looks like the guy I would take my truck to and go get my oil changed. So I ain't worried about Dean Mosley.
Well, he's
I
been in the
ever
ring
see
with
that?
Ace Qual. You know what? You're definitely not going to ask him for advice on Ace Christian because Ace Christian pinned him.
Good. I don't know Dean Mosley, but good.
Well, he's now in the WVWF.
I did
He
see.
wrestled Dax Preacher, another man you mentioned at the very beginning of the show, and then decided to take out Nate Steele and take out his grapefruits there. Now gets himself a Mountain State Championship shot. Maybe if Dean Mosley wins that Mountain State Championship on February 7th, I know you're going to be in Connecticut, but you have 4 belts already. You are collectively taking all the gold, and you have gold juniors and silver juniors. And I'm just saying, if you don't think that much of Dean Mosley and he is the Mountain State champion on February 7th, I'm just saying, who knows? Maybe the door would be open for you to collectively find another championship.
Tom, you're funny. The door is always open. The door is always open. I've been in contact with West Virginia, and trust me, Daniel, when I come back, mark my words, I will make an impact. I promise you. Whether that be that hybrid championship, whether it be that Mountain State championship, whether it be the King of the Mountain, Mountain of the Hill, whatever the hell new championship they want to call it, whether it be the WVWF heavyweight championship from Aaron James himself, I promise you.
Aaron James is Aaron James is the WVWF champion. You saying that you want his championship even?
I want them all, Tom.
Well, I mean, at that point, maybe you need security. I mean, maybe you may need security at this point.
I don't need security. I'm a one-man militia. I am a one-man army. I am a one-man weapon. I've proved myself day in and day out that Day Jamison is the only man that Day needs. When I was locked up in a psych ward, Day Jamison was the only man that Day needed. When it comes down to spirits, when it comes down to entities, that's whenever we have the Mighty Lega. Mighty Lega may have been the voice of reasoning to help me get out. He may have been the voice of reasoning to get me to where I needed to be today. But that was all because of my hard work.
Well, there's certainly a lot of comments, but we do have a Twitch account that Mr. Jamison has recently made. And if you have a chance, you're on Twitch, please go out there and follow Mr. Jamison. Also, Wyatt Black. Mr. Black is here in the chat. I understand what the implication is, but please, let's try to keep it as respectful as possible at the expense of Mr. Black, I suppose. Hey, Day, you're forgetting I live in the great state of Pennsylvania. I could find time to take your title. And yes, it is a
first and foremost, Mr. Colton, please DM me. Please DM me.
Yeah, we'll make sure of that. We'll give him the proper information. One of those belts could easily be taken from Tafu one day. And yes, that is true. And also, let's certainly refrain. Let's refrain.
Dan.
I think I got the reference.
Dan.
What?
Dan.
I can't stop nothing.
Dan. She's gonna get you hurt.
Well,
bro.
Let's get to some more comments. Moving on. If anyone deserves to go after Aaron James for that WVWF Heavyweight Championship, it's the one who pinned him in over a year since he was pinned. That's a fair point. And the guys will be here. By the way, Mr. Tafu, I'm going to do it already because I am sure you'll do it anyway. But I want to remind you that Hype Man Dan Layers and the Rarebird Chris Phoenix are here on January 30th. So I'm just giving you your contractually obligated Sportswire appearance will be then on January 30th. So just letting you know that you'll probably be here and remind Mr. Lasers and Mr. Fink that they did challenge you once upon a time, and maybe you'll let them know they should focus on that. And they'll have trouble with knowing that DB Rivera will be here on Sportswire next Monday. So who knows? Maybe you'll be there. DB Rivera's going to be here. He's going to be here next Monday night. He'll be here next Monday night, 9 o'clock. And I'm excited about that, Mr. Tafu. I'm sure you're going to find a way to be on that episode, too.
DB's a good one. Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a very good episode. When something tells me Mr. Tafu will be here on that episode also, right?
Yeah, I'll be here watching for sure.
And Mr. Tafu, you'll be here on showing up live in the screen, too, right? You'll be breaking into the...
Go hack into the system again.
Yeah, I'll be hacking into DB Rivera's, by the way. One of those belts, yeah, we got that. We miss you, Day. He may be smaller, but he's quicker than Tafua. I didn't forget anything I said about Tafua. You know, Mr. Jamison, I know that you have 4 championships, but I'm going to add to your resume now because I'm putting you in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame now, this time for being a quadruple champion. So find him. He's now once again in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for a 3rd time. So find him. He's a 3-time Hall of Famer.
Am I the first 3-time Hall of Famer?
No, we've got like a bunch of them. No, there's a few others. There's a few. I wouldn't say that many, but there's at least I think like a dozen of them. So you're
I need to be the 4th. I need 4 titles, 4 Hall of Fame, so I can make my career.
Well, next month when you win another championship, I'm sure we'll do another Hall of Fame certificate, and that's the case.
We shall see.
I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. And yes, thank you, and yes, follow Day on Twitch. And check him out on his YouTube channel. He does have a YouTube page. You can watch some of his content, especially. I got to talk about you, Mr. Vu. I'm not kicking you off this stream because you'll just show up here anyway. And so I'm going to just hang out for the next 15 or so minutes. And that is Mr. Jamison's YouTube channel. Go give him a sub on YouTube. And yes, it's Happy Day Day. And yes, Happy Day. Like Dre Day, it's Day Day. And thank you for that. And let's talk about the tag title win for a few minutes, which I really wanted to do at the beginning of the show. But you certainly had your own moment, which go back and watch the footage. But let's talk about it for a few minutes. You won those tag team championships with Tyler Grayson. And just how's it feel now to be one half of the MVP tag team champions?
Man, for me, let's see. I did an outdoor show for them. Yep. And then I came back and I wrestled Kavad, and then I wrestled McMoney, and then I wrestled Hunter. So in my 5th match within MVP, there was an opportunity granted at an open challenge tag team title match. Now, earlier in the night, Tyler Grayson had his run-in with the Black Sheep because, yes, he was a former member. The Ram Anthony Drake comes out with the Master of Mayhem, and Ram spears Tyler damn near out of his shoes like you, Tafua. And Tyler went to the back all banged up, injured up, grabbing his ribs, looking like he had to take a poo-poo. And I come up and I'm like, yo, like, what's going on, man? Like, what happened? I haven't been here very often. Like, what's going on with you? Kind of explained to me he was just trying to make money to help his children, trying to make sure that his family's staying stable. They blessed him with a championship opportunity. He got lucky. And I said, well, today's your lucky day. No pun intended. Today's your lucky day. And we could take a tag team title championship opportunity right now. And he was down. He was up for it. The crowd wanted Grayson to come out. I wanted Grayson to come out. And Grayson comes out to help. I go in there against the Curse and the Cure. And these bum mother truckers cheated so many times. And when I say so many times, I mean so many times. The referee could not even get a hold of the match. Grayson's on the outside going like ballistic because he keeps getting hit off. He wants in the match. I want him in the match because, mind you, I just wrestled the day prior and my back's hurting and I'm tired and I'm tired of being beat up. All right, I'll say that. I'm tired of being beat up. Grayson, please help me for the love of God. Grayson gets hit down again. Finally, I'm able to get some type of separation. Hot tag. Grayson comes in. He was so excited to get in the ring. He tripped as soon as he got in the ring. Gets in the ring. Tries to take the big man down. Took 3 times to get the big man down. Big man finally goes down. Grayson evades out the way once. Evades out the way twice. Says, yo, I need your help. Get up. I know you're tired. I get up. Slide in there. Boom. Acid flower to the chubby guy. Chubby guy rolls out. He's dead. I probably killed him the way I killed Daniel for the belt. And then, big dude, Grayson hits him with a big knee. Big dude bounces off, sets him up. Boom. Acid flower to his head. Grayson hits him with a big spine buster. 1, 2, 3. Gray Day is your new MVP tag team champions.
Well, I mean, certainly a whirlwind of emotions and what you went through and a new tag team partner. And all of a sudden you do that in a handful of matches in MVP. I mean, what a list of opponents that you wrestled and you rattled off, and now you've got championship gold with Tyler Grayson, and we have the footage up, and I mean, boy, you just can't do no wrong.
I mean, trust me, I've done some wrong in my career, and I've done more right in my career. We could talk about the Facebook Lives, and we could not talk about the Facebook Lives.
Oh, we know about those. We know about
once
those.
upon a time, I used to just hop on live and list a bunch of things that pissed me off that people thought was okay, and they actually finally took that into consideration. So everything that I made complaints about has finally changed. We finally have done right. We finally made things happen. We got Goldilocks and Goldilocks Jr. I got Silvertooth and Silvertooth Jr. And I'm looking to add maybe a Honey Badger, maybe Winnie the Pooh, maybe I don't know, the Flash. If I get a red strap belt, if I win that Monsters Championship, that's going to be named the Flash.
Oh boy, yeah, Godric's talked about that here on previous episodes.
We're collecting, man. We're hunting. We're collecting.
Yeah, I mean, you've definitely done that, and I do want to point out, if you're here on YouTube, hit the sub button for Dave Jamison, and you can watch more of his content, and you can find him there, and you can find him in places like Mon Valley Pro Wrestling, which returns to action here coming up on February the 14th. Mr. Jamison will also be in action here coming up on February the 7th alongside Mr. Tafua in the great state of Connecticut. And you can also see Mr. Tafua back in JICW, where you're also the Cruiserweight champion there. I understand you're going to be back there on the 28th of February, and I saw that announcement just earlier.
JICW Cruiserweight Champ, Day 4 belts, coming back to the great state, Indiana, back to Gosport, Indiana. So most likely end up defending this JICW Cruiserweight Championship, and hopefully by the time we come back, having this pretty baby retained.
You know what, boy? I mean, like I said, Dave Jamison's definitely it's gray day today here. Thank you for putting that out there. And Day is also on Instagram, and I got to plug him on Instagram before we get to a few other things here.
Collect, wreck, and leave. Collect, wreck, and leave. That's what we do, Daniel. That's what we do, Daniel.
Well, he does do that, but he has wrecked the lives of one Phoebe Harper, who last we heard is still in a hospital room right now. Mr. Tafua is obviously dealing with that, and the mask is dealing with that, and Godric Samuel certainly made his presence felt about that. And Mr. Tafua is even left here. Yeah, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, did I just see what I think I just saw?
Collect, wreck, leave. Collect, wreck, leave. Set them free. February 7th. Clayton King, Dave Jamison. I shall set you free. Welcome to the wastelands. Collect, wreck, and leave.
1-0, baby. 1-0. 1-0.
And you'll never forget the name. King James!
He took his pen out!
Into this world, Daniel. I'll take you right back out.
Remember, it took you 2 acid flowers to keep me down.
And I'll do 4 to put you in your grave.
Welcome to the wastelands.
Oh, he left! Mr. Jamison, he left.
Tom?
Listen, Mr. Tafua, have you seen
this? Are you trying to put a wedge between the collective, Tom?
No, man, that's Brittany Storm. That's Brittany Storm. That whole Brittany Storm thing in West Virginia where you've been away, that situation, I'm not even bringing that up to you tonight. But no, Mr. Tafua hacked into the system the last 2 times on Sportswire. I'm telling you, he hacked it on Tuesday's show with Mr. Mosley. He showed up as a question mark today. After what you were saying, he just came in there right away, and he stayed maybe more than he ever has on Sportswire. And that's why I think also you asked for it, because you said when I announced Mr. Tafua was going to show up here February 1st, you said then you were going to pay him a visit. So what does Mr. Tafua do? He hacks into the system and shows up where you always say, find me. Well, he found you. And he just stayed, and he stayed till he wore out his welcome, he welcomed himself to the wasteland and left, like he always does. I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, Ampo's in Tokyo right now. So we're gonna let you know Ampo's in Tokyo right now. So Ampo right now, he's not coming. He's obviously not here. And the Banana Man's enjoying a banana. And Brittany, I don't even want to ask you about Brittany. So Mr. Fua does what he does best, and he certainly does that. And he's been here so many times that we're basically roommates at this point. And he basically confirmed that he's going to show up on Mr. Rivera's stream, and then he also announced he's showing up to see Cease and Desist. So at this point, Mr. Tafua, it's almost like he's like my wingman at this point.
He's your co-host at this point, Tom. He is your co-host. Daniel Tafua is the Sportswire co-host.
Pretty much at this point, he's the man. I mean, you know him. Am I going to tell him don't show up?
I wouldn't. I
wouldn't either. I mean, ask B.B. Harper about it. I mean, Wyatt Black found that out firsthand. Even Taxi dealt with him.
Well, Taxi deserved it.
Well, Taxi's Taxi. I mean, but, obviously, listen, you've run through the gauntlet tonight, and I know we've said a lot. I know you're a very busy man. You got to collect more championships, but is there anything else you want to talk about that we haven't brought up tonight? Because I feel like...
man. Tom, I think we might have hit every mark. If y'all are looking for guys built like me, who wrestle like me, who are pretty similar like me, y'all check out Hunter Price. Hunter Price, that kid is definitely...
What a match, by the way. My original plan was to show that match first, show the tag match first, let you talk, and then bring up JICW in Connecticut. But then you brought up McMoney, and then, Tafu basically showed up and stayed till he felt, because, again, we're roommates.
Right, so it happens. It's Sportswire. We're live, folks. This is what happens.
Live in prime time. And listen, you know what? People tuned in. You had 21 people on the live at one point on YouTube. So I think that's awesome. The most I've had on a live stream in a long time. So
that's awesome. Hey, they're finding me. They're finding me.
They found you. They found you. Yeah, they definitely did. So obviously, we want people to keep finding you on Twitch. By the way, so follow Mr. Jamison on Twitch. You can also check him out on YouTube. Please give him some more subs on YouTube. He is one more time. I have a bunch of people still with us on the live. So if you are out there, find Day on YouTube. You can find all of his content. You can also check him out on Instagram. I'm going to plug Instagram here because Day has a lot of stuff on Instagram. You can see some other stuff there where you can find him on. So find him also on Instagram. He's also on TikTok, by the way. So follow him there. And please support Mr. Jamison in any way possible because judging by some of the things we said tonight, you definitely want to find him and do that here. All right, so I think I'm just going to pass the baton to you because obviously there was plenty of said, and I'm sure we'll go back and all watch some of that footage. So we'll definitely, since you are living up to your name of the Prince of Chaos, you definitely did that here and some tonight. So I'm going to let you speak and for some closing thoughts and take it away.
To the 14 or so people who are still on here watching the stream live, thank you all so much to either A, paying attention to Sportswire Radio, or B, paying attention to my platform. We both genuinely appreciate it very, very much from the bottom of our hearts. If it wasn't for y'all, we would have no platform to even do anything.
No, not at all.
Shout out to you guys for showing up. Shout out to you guys for commenting and letting us go with the flow here. You can find me from Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, Connecticut, Michigan, Indiana, maybe even further south this year if I get lucky. Maybe even a little bit further north up in Canada this year.
Oh, Canada! That would be a good one. Pepper Pride's been up there a bunch of times.
Yep. NCG, I got some connections. We're trying.
And I gotta also mention my friend James Fury, who
James Fury, yes.
Oh, you're friends with James Fury? I've interviewed him, and I know him very well. James Fury's a good man. Yeah, we could definitely. I love to see you wrestle James Fury. That would be a hell of a match.
I'm ready for all. Like Daniel said, he's ready for all competition. Look, I was born ready to be in this moment, man. To be a champion, you have to be able to carry the company on your back, and that means new faces coming in that you have to put down into the ground. So they may have better They may have better statistics than me. They may have done more in their career, but I promise when it comes down to being in that 16 by 16, 18 by 18, 20 by 20, Day Jamison is the real deal. This is why they call
No,
me.
you are the real deal. Listen, let me tell you something. And I want to say this before we said it. I want to put this out there. You definitely have proven you're the real deal because I still go back. It was just a little over a year ago that you came onto this platform when this guy, Thomas Tapp, Mr. T3, who also got championship gold, he's returning to Sportswire very soon. And obviously we saw where you've been then, where you were a few months after that, where you were a few months after that, where you are today. And it wouldn't surprise me if you even wrestle Mr. Fury's good friend Karrion Kross one day. So that wouldn't shock me. That would not shock me.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I'm with John. We'd love to see you and Tyler on here before you guys go out to defend the championships next. That door is definitely open. That is absolutely a great idea.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
I'll send a text over to Grayson.
We're friends on Facebook. We'll figure it out.
We'll find a date.
Get it. We'll find a day. We'll make sure Daniel Tafua doesn't show up on here, but that'll be hard to do because he does certainly seem to have the keys to the house now. So, but all right. Well, Day, like I said, one more time, I want to give him a plug on his YouTube channel. He's on Twitch, but I see a bunch of people on YouTube still. I appreciate you for being here. So go out there, hit the sub button for him. You will see him in action coming up on February the 7th for the USWA, where he's the Keystone State Champion, also for OARW. You're also going to see him on February the 14th back for our friends in Mon Valley Pro. You're also going to see him JICW February the 28th. So please follow those companies, support those companies, and check him out in the ring. And he's also in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame once again. And good luck. Yes. Thank you very much for that. And tune in. And by the way, hit the sub button for Day's YouTube channel. I can't stress enough. Get him some more subs, unless you're all subbed in here. But I don't buy it because there's like literally a bunch of you in the chat.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and do all the things that YouTubers tell you to do, because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a content creator.
Well, you should be a YouTube creator because I got almost 2,000 subs. I would, if I could, I'd give you all my subs, but nevertheless, go sub today, maybe after the show. But congratulations, definitely a episode that people will remember for a long time. And congrats on the MVP Tag Team Championship win. Looking forward to seeing you in the ring here these next few times, and we'll see you next month.
Yes, sir. Next month.
You got it. That is Dave Jamison, the Prince of Chaos. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voice figuratively and literally with all music, all sports, and all wrestling matters. If you're here on Sportswire Radio, sub to Dave's page. Follow him on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and hit the sub button for us. And I'll be back here a bunch of times tomorrow, so go back and you'll find out more information on that. But until then, this is Dave Jamison. He is the reigning defending JICW Cruiserweight Champion. He is one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions, now the MVP Tag Team Champions, and also he is the USWA Keystone State Champion. So until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, this is Sportswire Radio with all music, all sports, and all wrestling.